During the World Cup football match, suddenly a beam of colorful lights appeared. From within that beam, a fully armed army appeared in front of the players. The leading female commander announced to the world, 11 months later humanity will fight the strongest enemy ever. They are not human, they have killed many of our compatriots. 28 years from now the number of humanity will decrease. We must use the space-time traveling method to fight. If people don't stand up and fight for humanity now, the future of your children, parents or loved ones will not exist. In a worldwide football game like that, this occurred. High-ranking agencies of all countries think that this is no joke. They started transport the military through space, but performing the space jump is physically demanding. The number of troops who are able to do the space jump to the future is extremely small. Moreover, they were also severely beaten. Governments of countries had to summon citizens to join the army. The war is getting more and more difficult. The people have no experience. The veteran Dan Forrester also quickly wrote an application to join the army. He is a veteran with rich experience. When equipped with armbands to prepare for the space jump, he discovered the data warehouse of the future shows. 7 years later, he will die in a traffic accident. After being equipped, he and a large number of enlisted men went to the base. They only received simple armament training, then set foot on the unknown battlefield. The time of each soldier is 7 days. When the time runs out, the surviving soldier will go back to the present through the time jump. Their mission is to get rid of this giant thing, as well as to destroy the alien creatures with white spines. In the night, they are replenishing their energy for the upcoming battle. Suddenly, the alarm went off, everyone started to line up. A beam of light appeared on the top of the head, the time began to count down. They were each sucked into the beam, and disappeared, until they regained consciousness. They felt like they were falling from above. The city below has been destroyed by war. The eastern city is ruined. Countless people falling down were unfortunately dead. Luckily, Dan fell into a rooftop swimming pool, and escaped death. Now in the headset, the voice of the commander comes up, ordering Dan to bring everyone into the research center to assist a squad on a mission. Dan led the group on an abandoned road, fortunately avoiding the aliens. Entering the research center, there are sharp spikes on the wall. These are all weapons launched by alien monsters. Going to the end of the corridor, Dan discovered that the platoon the commander mentioned was hanging in the air. All were dead. Dan brought the news to the commander. The commander said that they directly took over the task of that platoon, finding the culture room in the building, and bringing back a blue potion. Time is urgent, because within 5 minutes, the base will have to deal with the entire area, conduct large-scale bombing, and destroy all the monsters here. After searching, Dan successfully found the blue potion, but now he was discovered by a monster. Seeing a monster for the first time, not enough experience, and not knowing anything about monsters, they quickly lost a few members. Dan finally discovered the monster's weakness. There were only a few people left who escaped to the main road, the monster's pursuit behind. In the distance, a fleet of 8 trucks was coming. When everyone thought they were saved, suddenly, there were a lot of monsters on the side of the road, so they had to find another way. At this moment, fighter planes are about to drop bombs. On the other side, Dan's platoon here is surrounded by monsters that they can't escape. Right in the moment of danger, there were 2 members who bravely stood up to stop the monsters. The superiors gave orders to prepare to release bombs. Bombs were dropped successfully. Everywhere was engulfed in flames. Dan, despite being seriously injured, finally brought the medicine back to base. Dan is coming to talk to the female commander who was communicating via walkie-talkie. Dan discovered that the girl in front of him was his daughter of 28 years later, Ina. Ina says the next action is related to whether or not humans can continue to survive. They need to find the location of the monster queen, they need to capture her for research, and also optimize the blue potion, so they can defeat the monsters. Then, they quickly gathered outside the queen's cave. Soldiers jumped into the cave, using ropes to pull the queen out. Suddenly, a monster with huge long spikes appeared, immediately killed everyone in the platoon. Ina told Dan to stay on the plane, and she went down to the commander. She used herself to provoke the queen, taking advantage of the opportunity to have her members tie it up. At this moment, in the forest, a bunch of monsters appeared is running towards the cave. Dan saw that the situation was not good, so he couldn't obey his daughter's orders. He directly went down to help. He looked at the thorn that was being forced into a corner by the queen. so he didn't mind the danger directly attacking it. It was at this moment that the helicopter came to drag the cage out of the cave. Countless monsters rushed out trying to attack the helicopter dragging the cage, but was stabbed to death by an experienced pilot. Then, the father and son climbed into the car, risked their lives to break the siege, and escape from the monsters. The Monster Queen was sent to the seaside base. Ina suggested taking a genetic sample of the queen to start research. After endless research, she finally found out that for all monsters, there is its own unique chemical poison. Right now, outside the base, there are countless monsters attacking here. At the same time, Dan's 7 days have come. Due to the overwhelming number of monsters, the base is in danger of collapsing. Ina wants to protect Dan, thus she brought the finished potion back to the past with full of thorns attacked on her body. The Monster Queen who escaped is finding Ina for revenge. It pulled her into the sea. In danger, Dan caught his daughter's hand. Dan returned until for processing large quantities for the delivery to the future. As a result, information transmission to the future has been interrupted. Could the future world be invaded? At the same time, he said he was sorry that he couldn't save his daughter, and told his wife about the battle with the alien monster. He has no choice but to find the father who was always at odds with him. His father was formerly a pilot. They arrived at the specified place. After detonating a bomb layer, the group also discovered the person in charge of detonating the bomb, Peter, heard the bad news. Dan and his father were in battle, it always defends its weakness. Dan and his father can only stop it with guns. The potion took effect very quickly. Its arm began to rot. Dan and his father all collapsed because of fatigue.